Okay, guys, so let's talk about our ultrasound machines. I'm going to give you a little bit of a crash course in how to use the different models. We have different brands of them, and some of them work just slightly different than the others. You can see I've got 4 here out now. We do have a few others of these, but these represent the 4 that these 4 represent most of the ones we have, so they work really similarly. I'm going to show you this tallest one first. As you can see, it's called the Dynatronics Solaris. Now, this is also a Dynatron, and this is also a Solaris Dynatron. So these 3 work very similarly. So everything I say for these 3 is going to work the same. Okay? So I'll show you real quick on how to do this. So this is the top control panel. The power switch is in the back, if I can find it. There we go. So you flip it, it's going to come on, it's going to boot up, it's going to say initializing. And once that initializing goes away, then you're ready. Okay, now you can see we've got some choices here. It's going to stay on the Dynatronics screen, but it doesn't say initializing, so it's waiting on us. So we've got some choices over here. We've got some things that you've never seen before, but for sound, we want ultrasound. So this is what we're going to click on sound, and then you see the screen changed. Well, now we're going to put in our parameters that you've learned. So our time is already set at 5, but we know we need to go longer than 5 minutes to get paid. So let's go to 8. I'm going to go to 10. And you can see it went up to 10. Now for frequency, it says it goes from 1, 2, and 3. Now remember, 1 megahertz is for deep tissue. 3 is for superficial tissue. Now there is a 2 option on this machine, but for our intents and purposes, we're never going to choose that. So you're either going to choose the 1 or the 3. So for now, we'll just leave it on 3 for the purposes of this demonstration. Duty cycle. It goes 10, 20, 50, and continuous. Okay, so we're only using 20 or continuous. So let's keep it on continuous for now. And then where it says display, that just changes it from watts to watts per centimeter squared. That's just your units that it's going to show you. Just leave it on watts per centimeter squared. Okay, now this machine, now you've got all your parameters put in. Now one thing you've got to do is, if you look, step back, there's 2 sound heads on this machine. Well, there's only one of them can be plugged in. So let's make sure that, and I'm going to choose the little sound head, it plugs in on this side. Okay, if you were going to use the big sound head, look at this, it's not even plugged in. So you would need to unplug this sound head and plug this one in. If you didn't have anything plugged in, this particular machine would give you a warning. Other machines won't, so be careful. Now, another safety mechanism this thing has built in is that, look what happens. If I were to hit start, I didn't put an intensity up, and it says cannot start treatment with 0 intensity. So here's your lesson for all of the Dynatron machines. And this is just a weird thing with their brand. I gotta go all the way back and start over. You can only start at 0.1 intensity and then press start on this machine. I don't know why, but that's their safety mechanism. So let's say we've got everything set up the way we wanted it. I'm gonna go back to our same settings. Now we've got our sound head plugged in. Then we would put the gel on, and then we would put the sound head up to our patient, and then we would click 1, and I'm not going to hit start here because I don't want to mess up the sound head. I don't have on anybody's skin, but we would click 1.1 and then start, and then that would start the treatment. Okay, now that's the exact same thing as if you started on this machine. So let's do this Dynatron. So we're going to click sound, And then we're gonna go and see only certain things are lit up. So we're only gonna worry about those. So the channel, that means the sound head is plugged in over here, see? Time is on 8 minutes, so we'll leave it. 3 megahertz, we'll leave it. Let's put it on, we'll leave it on 20%. And then watch this, if you hit start, nothing happens. This one didn't give us a warning like the other machine did. Now you can look at the timer and see the timer isn't going down, but look, the intensity is flashing. So let's go 0.1, start. And then you can see the timer starts going down. Now I'm gonna stop that so I don't mess up the machine. But that's how you do this on all of the Dynatrons. This Solaris machine, which is also like the other Solaris, is very similar. This one also does laser and a few other things, so don't let all the buttons scare you. But this one works exactly the same way. You would hit sound, and then you would choose all your settings here, and then you would go up to 0.1, and then you would hit start there.